I do think that the biggest issue they had tonight was guarding the paint and getting on the defensive glass. And I think that is where Jaden Quaintance makes the biggest difference, right? Like that's what he does.
Yeah.
He's big, he's athletic, he boards, he can block some shots. I don't know if Jalen Lowe necessarily changes how much they do offensively. Like he's just he's got to have the ball in his hands. And I think their issue right now is just they don't know what they want to do on that end. Like it feels like their whole game plan tonight was let's get the ball, let's drive to the rim, let's find a way to get something going to the basket. And that just didn't work. Like when you have a guy like Colin Chandler, Norm, and you have a shooter like Cam Williams, and you have guys that can really get him up and knock him down, I feel like you should be trying to create more opportunities for those guys to get open looks. And it felt like everything they were trying to create was come off of this zoom action, get a curl. They're going to be trailing you, find a way to get going to the basket and get a layup. And it worked a couple times early for Owe, but a lot of those other guys, like they're just not built to do that. Like I feel like you want Chandler to be coming off of those screens and catch and shoot and knocking down some threes. And I don't know if he's just trying to instill a different kind of mindset of aggressiveness, but that was my biggest issue. I said this at the Champions Classic, Norm. Like I don't know what this Kentucky team's identity is.
Yeah, I'm not sure they know what it is, and they've got so many guys that can score off the bounce that I don't think they wait for the situation to happen for those guys to come off screens because guys are ready to make a move and attack the whole time. Another guy that hasn't played much is the young kid Jasper. Jasper Johnson, and he's a guy that can shoot the ball. And I don't think he played. He only played 5 minutes tonight. So they've got to find a way to get more cohesive as a team and kind of play more to their strengths. I think what they're thinking now is we're just going to win purely on talent, and that's not going to be the case when you're playing against good basketball teams that are going to take care of that. Yes. Well, talent to score, they don't have. I don't think they have a ton of scores. Like Garrison's not a scorer. He's a rebounder, shot blocker, runner. Moreno's a drop-off guy. That's how he's going to score. You know what I'm saying? Even Debate is an attack the basket, offensive rebound. He's not a scorer. Now, Chandler can shoot. I think Aberdeen can make a play and score. Always kind of a downhill guy, but they don't have many catch and shoot guys. So they're playing probably a different style than what Pope was used to playing at some other places. Or last year's team. The issue. Last year's team had shooters.
I think the roster construction. I think the roster construction is the issue more than anything else, right? Like, I don't think you have enough athletes and defenders to be able to play this kind of style, right? We're going to win games in the 60s. We're going to force some turnovers. We're going to rebound. We're going to make it difficult for you to score. I don't think they have enough athletes to be able to do that or enough defensive pieces. But they also don't have the shooters and the offensive weapons that you need to be able to be what we thought Mark Pope was going to be. And it kind of feels like
the shooters aren't good enough, Rob. The shooters are Cam Williams and Trent Noah, exactly. And they're not good enough. They don't do everything else good enough to stay on the court.
Yeah, exactly. Got to play some defense. But I think getting a point guard fix all of that. That's the first key. Getting a solid point guard back on the floor.
Okay, and that's a question. Number one, is Jalen Lowe going to come back? Number two, is he really a point guard? Is he really a guy who's going to make everybody better? Or is he a guy that's going to look for his own?
You're right. That's a lot. That's a big ask of him also to come up and step up and be that role so young, especially with a team like this. But I can't stay away from it enough. That's what we pay you big bucks for. So he's gonna have to step into that role and the leader, and putting that offense together. That's the only shot they got. If not, then we're just gonna see a bunch of athletic guys going out there just trying to play basketball and pray they get some ugly wins throughout the year. But without a decent point guard, somebody controlling the offense on the floor, I don't see too much happening for him.
Yeah, I tend to agree. We're going to see a lot of 1 for 13 3-point shooting nights, which is if I'm a Kentucky fan, I'm sitting here saying that is not what I was pitched when I was told this is what Mark Pope is going to be when he's coming into the program.